Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of Godzilla vs. Kong. Godzilla vs. Kong is a 2021 science fiction action film and the latest in Warner Brothers' MonsterVerse. This time, Kong and Godzilla face off in a battle for the ages as humanity looks for a solution to regain peace and stability amongst this battle of the Titans. Now, I'm a huge Godzilla fan. Ever since I was young, I have loved the Godzilla films. Obviously, got this big freaking Criterion collection right here with all of the classics. I've enjoyed the MonsterVerse thus far. I loved the 2014 Godzilla personally, and I also had a blast with King of the Monsters. And Kong Skull Island is fun as well. But needless to say, I was Team Godzilla coming into this matchup. But most importantly, I was team, please let this be good coming into the film. Because while I enjoyed King of the Monsters, a lot of people really didn't like that film. And in honesty, I can't really fault them for not liking it. However, once again, the trailers for this film were amazing, epic in every sense of the word. The visuals looked stunning, and then we got those posters, which continued to just impress one after the next. Once again, we've assembled an all-star cast here, and I was hyped. I could not wait to see this film. And let me tell you, it lived up. I thought Godzilla vs. Kong was awesome. So let's go ahead and talk about those positives first. Well, my biggest positive is the fact that it just delivers. You get exactly what that marquee advertises. Godzilla vs. Kong over and over again in this film. If you were someone who has been frustrated thinking they've skimped out on the monsters before, fear not. We are in full-fledged monster action pretty consistently throughout the entirety of the film. We open with shots of the monsters and we close with shots of the monsters with a whole lot of fighting in between. And it's amazing. Those fights themselves are awesome and epic, particularly that fight in Hong Kong that we've seen in the trailers with the neon lights. Oh, it's so gorgeous. The entire scenery in the Hong Kong segment is amazing. Plus, we get taken to a couple of new places that are freaking cool. We are introduced to some new creatures, which are really epic, and everything to do with Godzilla and Kong, respectively, is awesome. The visual effects, for the most part, are amazing. I have to say, particularly when it comes to Godzilla himself, I don't know if these effects are quite as good as King of the Monsters, in honesty, but they're still epic and grand. Kong particularly looked amazing in this film. The landscapes and the powers that are on display looked amazing. And the big criticism that I'm pretty sure people are going to have yet again, and the one many people have had throughout the MonsterVerse, I thought the characters were very serviceable. For the most part, I thought they had charisma. They were entertaining enough to hold up their end of the bargain in this monster movie. The plight that they were going on was directly tied to the monsters and to these big action set pieces. They were fun, they had personality, and I found them interesting enough to carry the film between our big set pieces with the monsters. Particularly, I really liked Billy Bobby Brown in this film. I think Rebecca Hall is always very endearing and personable. Alexander Skarsgård is always nice to look at, and he does his work here. Brian Tyree Henry is also really fun, but it's definitely that little girl who has that connection with Kong that steals the show. She actually is right up there with Godzilla and Kong themselves as the best things about this film. I thought she was very endearing, super cute, and honestly served as the heart to the entire film. Not only that, the film is so self-aware. This one knows exactly what it's meant to deliver, and it sets that tone immediately. There are three segments in this film: the beginning, a middle section, and then at the end, where the music choices are so funny and so on the nose, but just so good. And the film keeps that self-aware energy, whether it is playing on a little bit of a cartoony atmosphere to just the big rambunctious blockbuster action that you're hoping for. The film knows why we're here and what we're walking into the movie theater for, and make sure to deliver that from the start all the way through. Not to mention the score is awesome. And that's another thing that these MonsterVerse films have consistently delivered is amazing scores. And honestly, the sound design across the board is fantastic. So then, what doesn't work so well when it comes to Godzilla vs. Kong? Well, the humans are certainly the weakest part. Now, I'm not talking about our heroic humans who are like trying to patch things up. Really, the villainous humans of the film are very characteristic, though very reminiscent of old school Godzilla villains, I must say. But the motivation behind the ultimate battle was pretty weak overall. And some parts of our story get a little bit convoluted to where you're like, why is this actually even happening? Particularly right at the beginning, kind of like, how did we get here? Why are we at this point already? And they don't bother to explain or go into much detail. And then when they do try to explain this plan, it is quite convoluted. So the screenplay at large, definitely the weakest part of the film. Also, the kid from Deadpool 2 and Hunt for the Wilder People, not my favorite. I don't know if acting is for him. I just have to say it. Yeah, once again, he's kind of the annoying link in the chain. But overall, I got everything I wanted from Godzilla vs. Kong. It is big, it is bombastic, and it is a whole lot of fun. If you are a kaiju fan, I think you are going to have a blast when it comes to Godzilla vs. Kong. And if you're just looking to head to the theater for some fun escapism, Godzilla vs. Kong definitely is going to give you what you want. So I say head out to IMAX, Dolby, whatever the biggest, best sound system you have in your area. Buy a ticket and see this on the largest screen you can possibly glue your eyeballs to, because that's how this is meant to be seen. And I cannot wait to go out and see this in IMAX a little bit later just this week. This one is worth a full price premium ticket. It's awesome. So that is my review for Godzilla vs. Kong. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on my latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited for Godzilla vs. Kong? And obviously, which team are you, Godzilla or Kong? Let me know either in the comment section down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your continued support. Mwah. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.